Are we live? Are we live?
Jace.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live?
It's hard to tell if you don't stop saying that.
All right, we're live.
We're live and alive and
Lively.
lively.
Yeah.
Not so lively.
All right. Hello.
Let's drink. Happy Friday. We missed you guys last week.
Yeah. He was vacationing. I was working because I'm a grown-up.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what you're doing at any given time.
It's true.
But I was vacationing. It was lovely. I should have brought it, but we bought you one, the little
It's up in
Asian
there.
or thing.
I think it's up in there. That wasn't from this trip, though. That was from your last trip.
But normally when we do a car trip, I will haul a box around, like this box, full of whiskey and glasses, and it's cumbersome. And we got these things, if you hadn't seen this Asian or stuff, the glass is kind of, but these little padded containers, and you can write on them, and this little thing, it's fabulous.
Yes, very cool.
I have the other one with the 4 bottles like this in a separate little case. Very nice.
This was my gift. And this is from New Riff, right? Like you got this at New Riff?
At New Riff. It's not a New Riff.
Right. But very cool.
Yes.
Travel buddy.
And speaking of glasses, I have received video proof that Last Cut Crystal has finished the new dump glass, the mini Glens, and the Kentucky Bourbon Trail glasses.
Nice.
With the single, double, and Dan demarcations on them.
The Dan pour.
They're coming soon. I didn't do it before. I'll do it after. I'll put the link to Last Cut Crystal's Etsy page where he sells that stuff. Mm-hmm. Aaron's a nice fella.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants a Dan pour glass, you will be able to purchase them.
Let's do some Dan pouring.
Let's do some Dan pouring.
All right.
Today is yet another Wild Turkey Day.
Yes, but we're testing our mettle. We're testing our taste buds.
We are. We are at odds, I would say, on this bottle.
Yes.
Which is funny because you didn't pay for it.
I did not. You know, put it in the nice.
And you like it better
because I didn't pay for it.
Do you think that's worth considering another day?
I guess.
Does actually paying for the whiskey?
Well, I paid for this one.
You did.
Yeah.
Correct. But the thing is, you are really enamored with this bottle.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good, but I just don't think it's worth the money.
Yeah. I will quote my father here and say that I have a good memory. It's just short. And so it is possible that I just don't remember how good the 13 was. And that I'm just, I'm looking at this and going, this is the next amazing bottle.
Which is sensible. I mean, it can happen that way. So in order to get to the bottom of that, we have bottled up some blind tastings again. Yeah. And so we have 7 bottles, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bottles. 7 bottles. And by the way, we have the skylight going, and it's cloudy and not, and so sometimes we're going to have this luscious, rich look, and sometimes we're going to look like we're out in the yard.
We got a little horror movie vibe here, and then it's
So forgive that, please.
Yeah.
But we have 7 whiskeys, starting with Wild Turkey 101, Russell's Single Barrell Bourbon. I thought I was all out of the Master's Keep, but I was surprised to find out, looking through the cabinet last night, that I still have it. So the Master's Keep 1. The Rare Breed, the 13, second edition of the 13, the Single Rickhouse, and the Saffell we opened, all blind poured up in little 1-ounce bottles, and we're going to find out what we really think.
Angus is here.
Angus.
Hey, Angus.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Ryan, yes, Booker's. He's saying thank you for plugging Booker's. It is delicious. If you find the Kentucky tea, it's a good one. I actually...
Larry got 2.
Ooh.
For $90 a piece.
Go to Larry's house.
Go to
I went back to the No Strangers batch. Delicious.
Really, I've got one of those.
Oh, really good. Really good. Okay. But anyway, back to what we're talking about here. Do we want to mix up the bottles so we don't know?
They're not in any order.
Well, but we know what you're holding, don't we?
No.
Oh, we already mixed that up. Okay.
I have no idea what it is.
All right.
You can do whatever you want. You can mix them up if you want.
Well, why not? Okay, we mixed that.
Thank you, Dan.
There's more over there.
And we have some painter's tape somewhere. Where's the painter's tape?
It's over here.
So we can mark the order which we drink them and keep track of that.
Yep.
And
Bender's here too. The whole crew's here.
Everybody's here. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up.
All right, so we pour the first one.
Yeah, we got to be a little careful that we don't get these mixed up. I don't really know how this is going to work out. But okay. I think we probably won't keep 7 straight, so we should really focus on which one we currently think is the best.
Okay.
And the only one we can't go back to after the fact is the 13, because there was exactly 1 ounce. I mean, everything that was in that bottle is in the sample.
All right. I'm picking this one. Okay. Looks like a good one.
Let's go ahead and get these out of the way so we don't accidentally knock them.
That's a fine idea. And then...
not that we're clumsy or drunk
not
or
us.
anything.
No, not us.
So, and by the way, we, as you would expect us to be completely correct and proper, we warmed up with a non-bourbon-y thing. We had some Stranahan Single Barrel. It's quite delicious.
Yes. All right. Pour can. The most important part.
Let's go full.
Full pour can. Whoa, look at my fingers. They're huge. All right.
You know what that means.
Big gloves.
Yeah,
all right.
Big nose.
Do we want to leave a little bit in there? Just
Up to you.
Just in case we want to go back to them?
Sure.
All
right. So that's the first one. We'll put a 1 on that guy.
Clinkety clink. Boop. Since we're still on pour cam action.
Okay.
Look, we're bright again. The sun came out.
Well, yeah, we're bright once in a while.
I mean, between the two of us combined, maybe. I don't know. All right.
That smells quite delicious. Not unsurprisingly, we like the nose of a wild turkey produced whiskey.
That is a great nose.
Yeah, that wasn't a Dan pour.
No. Delicious.
Do you want? Oh, we can guess at what we think it is.
It's true. I gotta look at the bottles. I might go with this rare breed. What do you think?
I think it's the Russell Single Barrel.
Ooh, that's a good call.
Dan says rare breed. Mark says Mika the dog says that some unfortunate soul is fitting to get bit.
Can you guys hear that? My dog freaking out. I like this, but it doesn't have the bigness of these two. Ooh, well, no, this had like more of a bitterness to it.
I'm changing my mind.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
I think it's the 101.
You think it's the 101? Do you think it's the 101? Mm-hmm. Really? I don't think it's the 101.
Okay. Do you need more time?
I'll
go out on a limb and say this is our favorite so far.
Well, Mika says hello to all of you. No, I don't think that's the 101, but I think it's the rare breed.
Okay.
All right. Dump glass.
Dump glass. Oh, by the way, last week, speaking of Last Cut Crystal, we'll see if he gets them in the mail, but should be close to last week. We have a lovely dump glass coming.
It says dump glass on it.
It says dump glass.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so, I'm guessing rare breed on that. You guess, what was your final guess?
101.
101. Wow, okay. All right, well, let's do a little mixy. All right, next up on the docket. The funny thing is we're not going to know until the end, so we can't pontificate.
We can pontificate after.
This takes our pontification away.
To do a separate live stream of the hours it takes of us being idiots before I can go home.
That's our pontification time. All right, pour can.
Sample number 2.
Sample number deuce. I'm going to leave a little bit in the bottle. This is very anti-Dan pour.
Not a Dan pour.
Very anti-Dan pour.
So this is the second.
Sorry, I did my little dance. All right. So the nose on this one is...
I'm being left behind.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
There is way less of a nose on it. Like, the nose is definitely not as big as the last one.
That's 2.
But similar profiles if you get into it. Angus is sipping 101.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're right on track. That's the 101.
That's the most to me, the most off profile. So I'm thinking that's the Saffell.
Ooh, that's a good call.
There's a fruitiness.
Actually,
a weird pear or apple fruitiness that's not in the other ones.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that. I think it is the Saffell.
All right, so we both think it's the Saffell. What do you guys think?
Although, the one thing I'm struggling with about that...
I was going to just do one thing. Now I got to separate.
The Saffell, the only thing I'm thinking is the last time we had it, we both kind of commented that it wasn't a big, overwhelming flavor. Mm-hmm. And this has some heat to it, which I don't remember from when we tasted it.
That's why I grabbed it and looked at the proof.
Yeah.
So what's your final answer?
I think you're right. I think it is the Saffell.
Sample number 2. Compare and contrast to the first one. It's oddly enough proofier, but less dense. It's like a lighter taste to it.
The flavor's not as big, but it is hotter by a long shot. Oh yeah, Anthony just glassed. He's drinking a Weller Full Proof Daveco pick. You just got a.
I did.
It's a big day for Mark.
While we were on vacation, my local store had a Weller Full Proof barrel show up, 170 bottles, $70. I was out of town. You have to be in person to get it. I missed out. They sold out in 2 hours. But on the way back, we stopped at a store in Frisco, Colorado, where I was a friend of mine bought what's one of the best bottles ever. Was a non-chill filtered OWA pick. They just had some full proof sitting around.
Just kind of hanging out.
And I didn't notice it first. I bought a store pick of a whistle pig, about a 10-and-a-half-year-old whistle pig. And then when we were at the counter, they were up there and they had them in little 3-packs and he let me shuffle them around. So I got us kind of a standard Eagle Rare, a full proof store pick, and a whistle pig store pick.
For good haul.
Not even $300.
That's a really good haul. All right. Okay, moving on. This is fun. It's so full of mystery.
Who's drinking Powerade?
Larry.
Oh,
shamefully.
That's okay.
Right.
Powerade Zero.
That's the
point of a sports drink with no sugar.
Seriously.
Damn, Larry.
Gosh.
It must be right, though. Larry wouldn't do something wrong.
All right. Pour can. I don't know if you guys still need to see us pouring, but why not? Close up with my fingers for you. All right.
He's flipping you off.
What? I wouldn't do that. That's a terrible thing to do.
Don't drink it. I don't like being left behind while you're...
On here. Since we're just going to leave that there, I'll just leave that there for you.
Oh. Stop. Who gave you that idea?
I love you guys. All right.
Sample 3.
Sample 3.
By the way, we're at a point where if one of these doesn't immediately give us the chills, something's wrong. Yeah.
So this has a bigger nose than the second one. About the same as the first one.
But more baking spices in that one.
That's good. That's got some cherry. That might be one of the big hitters. But I don't think it's 13.
It's not.
I don't think it's that.
I think it's that one.
You don't think it might be the Master's Keep?
It's the baking spice on there from that second barrel.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
That's good.
Mark it down. That's delicious.
I kind of hope that's 101.
Wouldn't that be, it'd be like the Stag Junior thing all over again, you know? Oh, man. By the way, I went back to that Stag Junior bottle again, and it's just not great. The one I have. The one that Anthony had was far and away better.
That Daveco pick is
really
the best Stag Junior, or whatever we call it now.
Staggy Stag. It's little diet Stag. We'll go with Diet Stag.
Diet Stag.
We'll stick with the Powerade one. So it's the Stag one.
Stag one. Stag Light.
All right. This is delicious. I think it's the Master's Keep.
It is quite good.
Mm-hmm. Although, no, I think it's the Master's Keep. I got a little bit, so there's like a little sharpness to it. on the back of the tongue that's reminiscent of the Russells.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it's just more refined, though.
I'm just going with my first gut response because I have no idea. There's no reason to expect I can pick these things out.
So this is a glass of me likey. This is really good. All right.
Are you pouring you more than me?
No.
I've yet to put anything in the dunk glass.
I know that about you. And if we don't do this, we won't have a dunk glass at the end. For the sweet content that we're not making anymore.
I know. We make the content. I just don't post it.
We just don't post it.
Sorry. I'm drunk when we do it. I don't remember when we
it's like a week later when he remembers we actually did the thing. Which is fine because really it's mostly us drinking spit. I mean, that's really what
there's
the dunk
definitely
glass
some
is.
spit in
Yeah, for sure. Okay. We got 4 more.
So we're 3 in.
So we've guessed the Saffell. We were split on the first one, which I said was rare breed, and you said
let's do this. So the first one we thought, well, we can't do that because we're split on some. Whatever.
All right. Let's just keep doing this.
Okay.
We'll pontificate at the end. I'll put my pontiff hat on.
I'm going back to the picture.
Yeah, I can't be trusted after last time, I'm sure.
No, you can't. You can't be flipping everybody off. Sample number 4.
All right. I'm leaving a little bit in every bottle so that we can go back if we need to.
Yeah, because we don't have these.
Well, we got to keep track of them, though. Somewhere in my brain, it makes sense. We're going to stick with it.
Whatever, Dan.
All right.
You're the man.
Ooh, I think this might be the 101. That's the 101.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the 101 for sure.
Somebody wants to come in.
We have visitors. Who dare?
No children.
All right.
Sorry,
Back on.
sorry for the muting.
All right. So
Dan's boss came in.
she's really short, really fierce.
I think it's the 101.
I think it's the 101 as well.
It's either the 101 or the Saffell. So I'm going to slash, because I'm going back and forth on those two.
No, the Saffell to me had a little bit more sharpness to it that this doesn't have. I think this is the 101.
But look at Larry was all over the sound. Bam, he's right there. Assistant executive producer, Larry Gray.
Anthony, I don't have a death wish. That was definitely not my wife. That was. She would. I mean, so when I met my wife, like we had just started dating, and I walked into a bar.
So you met her after you started dating.
After we started dating, I finally met my wife. But she, we were at. She was already at a bar, and I met her there, and I was giving my ID to the bouncer, and my wife. I didn't see her. She ran across the bar. I didn't see her coming. Full on Superman spear tackled me to the wall. So I'm afraid of her. She's small but mighty. Mm-hmm.
I just think she's really smart, so I don't.
She's also that.
Kind of like my wife. If she says something, I just assume that's the correct path.
I mean, I ain't gonna argue with that. All right.
So we think this is 101.
I think we're.
I'm gonna put something in the dunk glass.
Well, all right. Easy on the 101 in the dunk glass. All right, fine, whatever. All right, onward. Is
Sample number. We're halfway through.
We're halfway through.
Halfway through. We do not believe we have encountered the single Rickhouse yet.
I don't think so.
We do not believe we've encountered the 13. We do believe we've encountered the Master's Keep.
Yes, I agree. I agree with all that.
There's just a little flash of the
Anthony, I say that to her all the time. It doesn't go over well.
That's the mystery. That's the how do you
she could be smart and have bad taste.
Yeah. I don't know. Melissa still thinks she doesn't think she's the brains of the operation.
They never do.
I don't. Yeah. I think she's just messing with me.
Yeah,
she knows.
Yeah, this is a special bottle. This is one of the two. I think.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's one of those two.
It's the Russells.
It's one of these. It's not that one. It's one of those. By the way, my pre-stream, that sounds like something I do at night. Before we started, my prediction was we would like this one the best, the 13. And that was based on when I poured all the samples this morning. There was only an ounce in this bottle, but when I pulled the cork off, heaven came out. And it didn't happen for the other ones.
Ooh, this is a tough call.
Now that it sits, it may be that one.
That's why it's a tough call. So I definitely think it's a Russell's. It's one of these three.
It's fat.
Yeah. I don't think it's the single Rickhouse. I think it's this.
Oh, it's very dry.
That's why I think it's this. This had more of a full mouth coating feel. This is a little bit drier.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning there. And the finish is the dark cherry thing that this was full of.
Ooh, but the nose is that all day long.
I don't know. I drank mine too quick.
There's more.
Oh,
see?
I got to label that. That's 5, right?
Yeah. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Well, we both agree it's one of the nice bottles.
Which means it's going to be 101 in the end.
Which again is an awesome result. It means we can buy that for $25.
Yeah. Man. It's making my lips go numb.
I can't. Now I can smell a Sharpie.
I don't know which one this is. It's got that cherry. Yeah, I got the cherry now.
It just didn't have that take you away nose that.
It's close, but it's not. I can't smell anything out of that. It's really close. It's really close, but it's not. I think it might be this. I think you're right. I think it's one of these two. But I feel like the Rickhouse was just a bigger, bolder flavor than.
I'm going. That's the Rickhouse.
All right, I'm going. It's the Russell's
single Rick, and you're going the Russell single.
Yeah, single barrel. Although I'm very torn, very, very torn.
Okay.
That was good.
By the way, I had another little sip, so that last little bit's yours.
Oh, good. Thank you. So that was 5.
That's 5.
This is the one we think is a special one.
We do. We think that's one of these guys.
Right. So keep that in mind. You guys are going to have to take notes for us because we're stupid. 5. 5 is a special one.
That's stupid. We've been drinking.
That's what I said.
In a hurry.
What I said.
Been drinking.
All right.
Oh, Larry says we got to start out. I did once.
Cleanse that palate.
I did once.
Got a new water bottle.
Went to the bike show and got the freebies.
All right. Bottle.
I don't think Lucy's happy about us.
I know. She's very, very peeved that Daddy's in the garage drinking. Okay. Number 6. Now I don't know why I'm saving any in the bottle, but
I don't either.
We're drinking for us. All right. 6. Clinkety clink.
So we're not really ranking them at all. We're just trying to figure. I thought we might try and rank them, but
we could because I do think 5 was my favorite so far, followed by 1. So at least beyond that, I don't know.
I think 5 is my favorite. The rest are kind of mixed in.
Well, I'm a super taster, so
oh Jesus, stop doing that. If you guys hear on the news that one drunk dude hit another one with a bottle, it was me hitting Dan with the bottle because he said he was a super taster.
Eric started it. I'm just gonna say. Eric.
Oh, God damn it, Eric!
Yep.
Don't do that.
Eric was the one. He's the guilty party this time.
Eric, I'm warning you.
All right,
Larry. We cleansed. We're not starting up. Well, you know what? For Larry, I'd go drink all those all over again.
Me too. So according to our calculations, the last 2 have to be one of these.
Correct. Well, that assumes we were right. It's a pretty big stretch. That's an awesome nose right there.
That's delicious. That's the Rickhouse.
I agree. And I don't, the nose is, that's not as good as it should be.
Right. Well, that's why I say I think taste, in terms of taste, this is phenomenal. And I remember saying with the Rickhouse, the nose was not as big as
I thought the last one
wanted it to be.
Do we have rules on because I've got
No, you're done.
I got it wrong.
You got it. You're cut off. Yeah.
But I can say that's a single Rickhouse again and maybe get this one right.
Yeah, but you got to put an asterisk next to yours.
We'll see what happens. They might have been right. And you think that's a single Rickhouse?
I do.
That's a nose right there.
It's really, everything about it is great.
But on the palate though, it's not alcohol. It's like an acetyl alcohol. It's like a rubbing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little something
that I don't like.
And I remember too when we first opened this, I went on and on about the nose. When I first tasted it, when Casey gave me the samples side by side, and I tasted this first, and I was like, that nose is boom. But the Russell's, the first bottle of Russell's was better in terms of taste.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I kind of think this.
Well, then this guy should just blow us away.
Yes. If we don't fall off our chairs, something's wrong.
All right. This is going to be quite the shit show when we figure out what we've been drinking.
I don't want to dump this in the dump class, though. This is really good.
Yeah, me either.
What if this is a Saffell?
Great. We got two bottles.
Better.
We got 2 bottles. We can't lose, Dan. There's
true.
no way we can lose at this.
It's true. All right.
It's so rare.
Larry is looking deep into our souls right now. He says $5 says the reveal doesn't begin to resemble the guess.
Larry, I go deeper on that, like $1 million.
Uh-huh. All right, last sample. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna get zesty. I'm gonna pour the whole thing.
That'll be the 13 because we have no more. We have no more of that to go back to.
Whatever are we going to do? All right. Yeah. So this should be, by all accounts, this should be the 13.
Correct.
Let's see.
We've not guessed the 13 for any of them.
That's right.
And Larry's correct.
Oh.
It doesn't mean anything about it.
And here's the nose.
Oh, it's kind of grassy.
No, I think this is it. I think this is the 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 13.
I gotta say, that's what I think it is too.
It's a slightly mellower flavor than this.
I think it's more raucous.
I think it's even more even. I think the nose is better on this.
But the nose, it's not the nose. This morning it was crazy. I'm just sitting there in that early morning days. It was like, it was like 6:30. Stop that.
I think this is the 13. I think this is the 13.
I think I've been waiting for something that had that punch like the 13 had. This is what has the punch.
Yep. All right. Well, I don't have to dump this since it's the last one. So let's do the big reveals.
Just to make sure we keep it straight, I'm going to go ahead and do the...
All right. Lucy is trying to get in because nobody's home for her. No.
Can she just not talk a lot?
Yeah.
Can you go over and explain how that works?
All right. We're having a family crisis.
Okay, so now, once we sort Lucy out, we will reveal how close we were. I'll start doing that now. How about in the audience, give us a X out of 7. You think we got 1 out of 7, 2 out of 7? What do you think we got? Oh, there you go. So look at that. First one, we got correct. Both of us guessed Saffell on that one. Wrong. So we're batting 500 now. which this one will be wrong because that one was wrong. So we got those mixed up.
I told you I'll stand right here.
Okay. All right, where are we?
We are batting 250 right now. 233.
You got to rewind the tape.
We got Saffell right. We both thought that one was Saffell.
Okay.
We were right.
Okay.
We had these mixed up. We think that's the single Rickhouse, and that's the 13. So we got those backwards.
Well, but, okay. So who does that make look good?
You.
All right.
Even a blind squirrel.
I'm a super taster. Can't help it.
I will not acknowledge that ever again.
101.
We both got that one.
We both
right?
got one.
There you go.
We are fire. Look at this.
Larry.
All right, what do we got? Wait, is somebody keeping score of like marks?
We'll go back to that.
Okay.
They're marked on the label. Oh, we were way off.
What is this?
We both went wild. We both went Master's Keep, and it's
rare breed.
It's rare breed.
No way.
There you go. There's your budget.
Hey.
There's your budget thing. You
That's
spend
good.
$1.75 on Master's Keep.
Yeah.
$60 on rare breed.
All right. Hey, that's good.
I'll tell you, we can't lose on this
No.
deal.
This is how we guarantee to be awesome. What do we got? Last one.
Single barrel.
So that's this guy.
You were right. I was wrong.
Man, did you hear that? I was right.
Yeah, I thought this was the single Rickhouse. You got it right.
I got it right.
Well, you've never won anything like this with us. I've always killed you on this
In my
stuff.
life.
And I know I'm wrong here because I scratched out single barrel and
Put
put
101.
But you're wrong too on this one.
Yeah.
We're both wrong on this one.
Which one is that one?
It's going to be the Master's
It's going to be
Keep.
the Master's Keep. Mm-hmm. And we thought it was what?
You thought it was the rare breed, and I thought it was. You thought it was one of them.
So I was close anyway.
You were wrong. You were wrong,
But I was-
and I was wrong.
I was marginally wrong.
Let's see what the team thought.
Yeah.
They thought, I don't know what those numbers are.
So I think it's I got 5 right and you got 3 right. Is that what, Kathy? Is that the tally? I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so let's see.
What we can take away here.
Saffell. We both guessed Saffell. It was both Saffell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we both guessed 13. It was not, so nobody gets that one. We both.
So these-
You trust me?
What?
You checking my work?
Yes.
All right, so let's see. You thought it was a single barrel. I thought it was the Rickhouse. You win that one. We both got this one wrong. We both thought it was the single Rickhouse.
Okay.
We both got this one wrong. We both thought it was Master's Keep. Let's see. You got that one. No, we both got that one wrong. I thought it was 101. You thought it was rare breed.
101.
And we both got that one right.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter. So you won.
I won.
Dan wins.
I won.
1-0. Kathy, did you have 1-0? Kathy gave me enough credit that she didn't think I'd get none right.
Well, but I think the big takeaway
I
here
got
was...
some right, just not.
So the argument that we had made last time that precipitated all of this was that I thought that this was as good, if not better, than the 13. Mm-hmm. And you said this one was better than this. We mixed these both up.
Yeah, so it's a wash.
Yeah. So
In other words, don't spend $250 on that if you can get this for what you paid, $125.
I didn't even pay that much. I think it was 120 out the door.
I paid $75 for the first batch.
Mm-hmm. If you can get the first batch,
Pay
it
all-
blows this one out of the water.
Yeah. So that's good. So this kind of validates that these are both really good, but at the price point, you buy this one.
If you can buy this with Mark's money, I would say buy it.
Well, that reinforces that there will be no more of Mark's money spent on that whiskey.
I might, just to make things even, because I do think this is a phenomenal bottle, and I haven't seen this anywhere. I haven't seen this anywhere either.
No.
But actually, that's not true. I did see this. I just went to California. I saw this on the shelf in that place that we visited, this whiskey bar. but he wanted something like $800 for it.
No.
That's a full-on no right there. And yes, Larry's right. Larry's right. Rare breed. What a value, right?
Yeah.
I am shocked that we did not think as highly of the Master's Keep as we
I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting too that we both nailed this one. This is our baseline bottle, and I think that's good, right? That really kind of
Yeah, but also at the same time, at one point I thought Master's Keep was 101.
Yeah, which says a lot about the.
You just can't go wrong with Wild Turkey.
Yeah, and that's again, all of these are the same recipe, right?
Yes.
So
Every single one of them.
I mean, that says a lot, right? You can't. Yeah, I did.
No sense saving this shit now.
Anthony, let me tell you, my response to this guy, I'll tell you in person, but my response was visceral. He's not a nice man. Anyway, what did we guess on the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel?
I don't know. I mixed all the samples up while we were deciding who won what.
Damn it.
Dan won. That's all. That's the most important thing. Hopefully, he will fixate on that instead of this stupid Super Taster bullshit.
Because Kathy already said, she said Super Taster wins again. So
No, Super Taster won for the first time in the 3.5 years we've been doing this.
And it's in your favorite
once. In my favorite. That's fair. That's fair.
All right. I'm a humble winner.
You're not a humble anything.
Well, you know what? Actually, the takeaway probably should be is that this is the clear winner. If out of all the three of these, we were really torn on these. These two are special, but this was really damn good.
I'm proud we picked these out.
Yeah, I think
even
so
if
too.
they were swapped, we picked them out as the standout bottles.
Yeah,
but yeah, even then they don't stand out that much over this or Rare Breed.
No. I mean, the ones that really stood out as inferior, if you can even call it that, are these two.
Yeah, those were pretty easy to define.
It was fairly easy to pick those out because there just wasn't enough going on.
It brings me back to the video I never posted where I drank the 5 or 6 Wild Turkey ryes.
Yeah.
And I got 2 of them right, but more importantly, I got them correct by filtration. So the chill filtered versions, I was easily able to pick out. The non-chill filter I picked out. I think we did the same thing here. All these are non-chill filtered. The ones we nailed are the chill filtered versions.
Yeah, there's a very distinct difference.
I think that's chill filtered.
Yeah, I mean you could definitely tell there because I think my initial thought on that was that it was the 101, right?
Yeah,
and then it changed it to Saffell.
I think that's where they get close.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So we're not totally full of shit. We're just like half full of shit.
I don't think we're full of shit at all on purpose.
I want to try this again. Is that what you're drinking?
I mean, shit, it didn't. I mean, I thought it was 101. Pour it all.
Yeah.
What's the point of saving that?
I'm crestfallen because when we opened this bottle, we were blown away by it.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean,
it's good. It's just when you take all the bias out of it, it's just not that much better than anything else.
And that nose is great.
Yeah. It's not great.
What did I think this was? I already forgot. Rewind the tape. Forget it.
We did pretty well just to keep that shit straight for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was fun.
It was good.
We should do a bean one.
Sure,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, because we've got I've got a pile of the store pick. And I've got one of the 9-year-olds. I got a 12. I got a 15.
Yeah, we could do it. That could be fun. Do you guys like this format where we just
that's a good thing.
stuff?
Do y'all care about that?
Yeah.
Does the blind tasting help anything or make it more entertaining?
Because
we like it.
That was fun for us.
I like it a lot.
I won, so
I even like it considering that I paid all that money for something that I really don't enjoy. Actually, there's some vindication for me because none of those blew us away.
No, I mean, well, these two were phenomenal.
They stood out. But you tell me, as the super taster who won today's event, how much did they stand out over these others?
Enough that it was really clear that these were the two standouts. I mean, we both nailed it pretty quickly. But, again, if you compare it to this, and the difference between these two and this to me really isn't that marginal, that vast that I'd be like, spend $250 on that. This, to me, it's the same flavor profile, which is the crazy thing about Wild Turkey is this is the same recipe across the board. This had just a little bit of like an alcohol, ethanol sort of front to it. Mm-hmm. And that's really, I mean, other than that, these have a little bit more complexity for sure and a better nose on both of them.
I think, too, if the case for this is refinement, because going from this to this is heating my palate up.
Yeah.
It's hot. This is not hot at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And is this age stated?
No, but it's 8 to 14-year-old bourbons. Yeah. And the proof is a little higher here. It's 110 versus 101. So there's a nine proof points difference, but there's about 20 proof points difference in how it feels on the palate.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can tell the standout bottles, although we missed this one, I would say.
Well, it's not a standout bottle. It was an expensive bottle.
It's good, though. I mean, does that make it stand out? I mean, I don't know. That's the whole thing, right, with tasting it. It's so subjective. But
that's why we blind taste.
Yeah, but these three did really well.
Yep.
Saffell,
these two clearly were the ones that we zeroed in on.
If this bottle is $20, $25,
I have a pile of them
all day long.
Yeah, pile of them.
$52 or whatever.
Because it's the profile we like. It's the Wild Turkey feel, but it's just a weird, different something in there.
Yeah,
that I think is nice. It's just not $100 equivalent bottle nice.
I mean, yeah, you think about this. Is this better than Rare Breed? No. Right.
Well, it's different enough that if it was the same price, I'd buy both. But no way I'm paying double the price.
I don't want to put the pressure on. Shelby's here.
Oh. Hey.
Hi, Shelby.
Hello, Cincinnati. Hey, Shelby.
But anyway, I think the standout here were these three bottles. And the other thing was that this stood out. The 101. We knew exactly what it was.
Yes.
And I think for $20-something,
hard to beat.
Damn good. I mean, what's wrong with that bottle? Nothing. I mean, we could tell that this was not.
I gotta say, even though we picked these out and they stood out,
yeah,
man, the delta between that and this is not $200 and $225.
Really? You don't think so?
No,
it's pretty vast.
I don't think so.
But the flavor profile is literally the same. It's just a matter of refinement and age, I think.
I don't know if you noticed that I've been sitting here pouring more whiskey.
It's a problem we have in the garage.
Problem you have, because I'm not going home anytime soon.
Hey, I got the fire pit outside. Everything's set up. Hey, we actually have spring finally. It's spring outside-ish. What do you think?
I just went. I don't remember what I was drinking before.
You were drinking Master's Keep.
Yeah, there's no way there's $225 difference.
So do you think, and we talk a lot about this, like this is the freeway of flavors. This is the country.
It is clearly more sophisticated. If you spend time with it, which we're not doing now. This is a different setup than you pour this, you sit in front of the fire, you live with it.
Yeah.
But if you're just drinking whiskey, there's $50 difference in these bottles.
I'd say
no way.
I'd say 100. I'd say 100.
Whatever, even 100.
100. 250 is.
But you're talking about less than half the difference.
At retail, this is inexcusable.
Yes,
for $250.
That's a cash grab, and 100%.
And as soon as I see it, I'm going to spend $250.
I don't know why. Okay, I did that, but it's an absolute cash grab. I think to me, what this proves is this is the bargain in American bourbon.
Yes.
But it's not the thing you buy if you really like bourbon. These are your go-tos.
We need to change the title of this to "Is this the best bourbon in America?"
If we really wanted all the followers.
Shelby, you're a social media person. Should we do that?
Yeah.
I think is this the best bottle of bourbon ever? Under $1,000? You won't believe what the best bourbon is.
Yeah. But I think the moral of the story is always have this on your shelf. But this is just too much bourbon for the money. These bottles ought to cost way more in relation to these.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say that. I don't have to say it. It's truth.
It's true. Yeah. So
it's like science.
The moral of the story.
Also,
Right.
Shelby's a scientist, so
Yes.
don't say anything stupid.
All right, the sciencary of this live stream is
The
by-
whiskey science,
Yes,
as performed by drunk people with no particular skill set or education and said subject.
or qualifications
Nothing. These are your go-tos.
Yep.
And this is just too much whiskey for the money.
Mm-hmm.
These, let's see, this guy, and that guy, they're just overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a cash grab. And I'm disappointed in Eddie and Jimmy Russell.
It's a good cash grab.
I'll blame Bruce. Bruce is the third generation.
I didn't even heard of Bruce. I didn't even know Bruce was
I'll
the
blame
thing.
Bruce Russell
Bruce.
for that.
That's
Bruce,
like-
I blame you.
That's like the Saffell of the.
Although Jimmy and Eddie don't particularly care about rye whiskey, and
Yeah.
Bruce, I think his Instagram handle was something like Rye Guy, something. He likes, so I like him because they've done good rye whiskeys.
Mm-hmm. I think and not to knock this because this is phenomenal, but at $250,
It's not.
It's just
phenomenal.
overpriced.
Stop that.
It
It's
is
not phenomenal.
It is on par with
That
this.
one's not phenomenal. That one's really good. That's really good. The first version of that, life-changing, delicious bourbon.
I sniffed my glass.
These are not. None of these are life-changing, delicious bourbons.
Oh man, that's
None.
We're gonna have to have another live stream about that.
Well, we could discuss what life-changing means.
Okay, we'll see if my life.
Sometimes
changes.
there's small changes, like I got off work and I was mad, and I drank some of this, and I was happy. Life-changing.
Take your victories where you can get them. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.